Hey everybody, Patrick with Triptych Canine, and of course, Twix. Hi bud. Alright, go ahead. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today is episode 32 of Triptych Canine's Tuesday Training Tips. And today we're going to talk about not letting your dog's past dictate its future. Now, there's a lot of information that I want to cover, but I don't think I'll actually be able to remember it all. So be sure to read the post. I'm sure that'll have the rest of the information. It's kind of raining out, so I might need to pause this and move back inside. But we'll see what happens. So what I mean by not letting your dog's past dictate its future is, this is especially true with shelter dogs. And that's mostly what this is geared toward. A lot of people have been sold the story of, oh, this dog was abused, this dog was beaten, oh, he must have been beaten by a man that wore a hoodie, because anybody that wears a hoodie, or men that wear a hoodie, he doesn't like them. Most of that is a load of crap, okay? Yes, there are abuse cases. There absolutely are. But they are not as prevalent as the SPCA, Humane Societies, other shelters and things like that would have you believe. Like I said, they'll sell you any story to pull on your heartstrings to get you to adopt a dog. But that's a completely different issue. Whatever your dog's past, whatever situation it was in beforehand, does it matter? Yes. Do not dwell on it though. Understand it, acknowledge it, and move on. Okay? It doesn't matter anymore once your dog is out of that situation. Aside from legitimate medical issues that need treatment, care, and things like that. Those are actually things that need to be taken care of. But other than that, any story of possible abuse or anything like that doesn't matter anymore. What matters is you do what is best for your dog. And doing that, you do that by establishing rules, structure, and boundaries. Clearly set rules that your dog understands, and you need to teach your dog and train your dog to understand them. Because if you get a dog, you buy into the story that it was abused, whether it was or not, and all you do is baby the dog, you are not helping your dog. Your dog will not improve if it is constantly babied, catered to, given over-affection. That's actually where most behavioral issues come from, is over-affection and lack of clear rules and boundaries. So whatever your dog's past, don't let it determine how you train it or what you do with your dog. You need to help your dog become the best version of itself that it possibly can be. That means, like I said, not micromanaging your dog. What I mean by this, I don't mean don't train your dog. I mean that dogs that are not trained and not given clear, specific rules, structures, and boundaries need to be micromanaged. Because, let's use the example of a dog going out in the yard. Okay, a dog that has not been trained to walk nicely on leash or respect the boundaries of the yard or anything like that needs to constantly pretty much be tethered whenever it is outside, because it cannot be trusted not to run away, not to go run off to the neighbor's yard, not to go get into mischief anywhere. So it needs to be micromanaged. A dog that is micromanaged is not free to do anything. But a dog that has been trained with specific rules, structures, and boundaries, such as walking nicely on a leash, the boundaries of the property, the boundaries of the yard, what behavior is and is not appropriate, is free to do anything within those boundaries. Again, let's look at the yard. The dog that wasn't trained has to be tethered and cannot be trusted to go anywhere or do anything because it does not know what it is and is not supposed to do. A dog that has been trained, you can open the door and let it run outside. It knows the boundaries of the property, it knows what is and is not appropriate behavior, and it is free to do whatever it wants outside within those boundaries. It can run around, it can play, it can chase squirrels. If you're okay with it digging holes, it can dig holes. Everything is available to that dog within the boundaries that have been set. It is free to do a bunch of stuff. that the dog that isn't trained can't do. See what I mean? So yes, while your dog's past matters for informational purposes, hey bud, it does not matter for how you train your dog or establishing rules and structure. Again, lack of rules and structure and increased affection lead to the biggest behavioral issues rather than anything else. So yes, in your dog's past it may have been abused. It may not have had a great past. I get it. It sucks. But the best way to help your dog get through that, get over any behavioral issues or any struggles that it's having from that time, is to help it establish rules, structure, help guide it through to be the best version of itself that it can be. It will not get there by over-affection and by just letting it do what it wants. The best way is to establish rules, structure, and boundaries within which your dog has complete freedom. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Again, I think there's more information that I've typed out that is skipping my mind right now because all my stuff is unscripted. I type it out and then I hopefully remember most of it. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. Get out there, train your dogs, and have some fun because training never ends. And I didn't hit the stop button, of course.